On this
Regal
vlog
Family.
today, guys, we're talking about you. Oh no, I need to look in here.
You.
Not you. You.
What we want to do is we want to talk about the Regal family and where the Regal family come from, why we created the Regal family and why it's so important to us. We're going to go back 3 years and basically start where Regal Gentlemen originally started, how we created Regal Gentlemen and where it started, and kind of what got us on the steps to creating the Regal family. So back 3 years ago, we created regalgentleman.com. It was just after we'd started selling on eBay. So we'd started selling men's grooming products on eBay after having the idea of where can we get these grooming products? We don't know where we can get them.
Yeah.
Let's create a website that sells them. So we started selling products on eBay at first, just around Christmas time, of selling gift sets and stuff like that. And then after that, we developed into creating regalgentleman.com. And at the start, 3 years ago, we kind of entered into the mindset of let's just sell, let's try and make as much money as we can, and nothing else, everything else will just come.
Nothing else matters.
Being two very inexperienced business people, like we were very inexperienced.
We didn't have a clue what
we
were
did
doing.
not know what we were doing. If you somehow, I don't know if we could actually go back to our messages 3 years ago, but if you could look at our
Twitter,
messages 3 years ago on Twitter, you would see the difference between our messages then. If you asked us, my beard has split ends, okay, well, you need beard balm.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way we thought, and that's what we were trying to do. We were just trying to sell products, and it's a trap that we got into just by being inexperienced and not really feeling like we could put enough of us into the business. That wasn't us. That wasn't how we wanted to create a business, but it was the way we thought the business was.
If we look back in here, we probably enjoyed Regal less. We probably enjoyed the day-to-day goings less because we were so focused on probably not building a community, not building like real value for people. So it just didn't feel right, and it sounds crazy, but when you look back on it, you don't know in the moment, but when you look back on it compared to how we are now, it's a completely different scenario. And I suppose it's just having that confidence and the belief in doing what you think's right, being authentic.
And not trying to be everyone else, trying to be yourself, putting yourself into something, whether that's just in life or whether that's in business. Just actually bringing yourself to the table as opposed to looking at what's already out there and saying, okay, well, that's the way it should be done, so I'm going to have to do it like that. Bring yourself to it, put a touch of yourself into every step, and that's what we went on our way to doing with Regal Gentlemen. After that first year, after a year and a half to 2 years, we decided, okay, well, we need to put ourselves into this business. What do we want from a business? What would we like to see? If we were in your shoes, buying from Regal Gentlemen, what do we want? And that's where we got on the steps of creating the Regal family and creating a whole journey around Regal Gentlemen.
We always loved the vision of like the corner shop, feel like our granddads and our dads used to have. Maybe our dads, you think our dads would have had that? Our dads, when they were kids. Where in the old school days, you used to go into your local shop and the person would know your name, they'd know what you'd like, and there was a real relationship there. And it's kind of weird just in our generation, since everything's gone online and everything more is becoming automated, we're slowly losing this. So for us, it's kind of like, no, it's important that obviously tech and automation can do amazing things, but the peer-to-peer and personal relationships and the experience are so important. And it's kind of like we're nowhere near to perfection, and we'll never get it perfect. But we like to think we're on our way. We're doing a brick a day. So yeah, guys. So in the first year, like we said, it was all we was doing was focusing on sales. We weren't really we wasn't focused on building a community. We weren't focused on building a real brand loyalty to customers, like friendships, where we would talk to customers or people would feel okay to ask us questions, like a real open family. And we look back and we thought, this is what we want, because as people who use online stores ourselves, that was one of the biggest things that annoyed us. We just always felt that companies, especially since they went online, they would just take our money and there'll be no more interaction. And since things are becoming automated, the personalization, the personal service of everything is going. And to us, that's so important. And also, hopefully, using our experiences, being open as possible, showing people that if they do want to do something, whether it's a business or their own thing, that they can do it. It takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of dedication, but like we're just two normal guys, and we're doing that and building a real family where people think Regal Gentlemen, that's a real family. And in 10 years, the people who bought from us from the start are still buying from us, and we've still got a relationship where we'll interact with you on social.
We looked through our entire journey, we looked through every little touch point you had, and kind of at each stage we created different steps that would hopefully make you feel a part of a community. So for example, we got thank you cards, which were handwritten by me and Josh.
Yeah.
We put little things like sweets within our order.
Yeah.
Just to hopefully give you a little element of surprise. Throughout our email journey, we also included things like personal videos from us. Obviously just this, what you're watching right now, little elements like this of actually getting me and Josh involved in Regal Gentlemen, and not just Regal Gentlemen's a business, they're making money, who the hell are their founders? We have no idea who they are, like is the case with probably 99% of businesses.
Because it was interesting as well, because when we tell people as well what we want to do, our vision, they're like, oh no, you can't do that, you can't show people that you're just two friends who are just doing this big, you can't do that, you've got to pretend to be big, you've got to be the big company, you can't do that.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. But we're just taking the opposite approach in the sense of, you know, we want to bring everyone for along with the ride. So, you know, in 10 years, you know, when we reach our goal, we can go back to this and be like, yeah, we started there. And that's what we wanted to do. So we're not there yet in terms of the experience. We've got so much more we have to improve on, and we know that. Like our packaging, we're not fully happy with our packaging. We still think our emails that we send can bring more value in content, better advice, better online experience. I'm going to go into one. So that's kind of like the plan, guys. So that's you know, that's what we've done. That's how we got to that stage. But also, like, it's at this point is where it's going to probably get a bit deep. But it's important for you to know all your interactions, whether it's an email, whether it's a customer image, or whether it's a review, how much that has actually got us through the last 3 years. So I can't speak with Liam, but for myself, I'm not someone that gets a massive high on getting an award or getting a pat on the back from someone like in business and go, oh, you're doing good here. Like the massive high I get is when we get like a customer image of our product, or someone messaging us and saying, guys, we love your stuff, thank you so much, love this. That's what we get a high from. And honestly, that's what's got us through the last 3 years. Like the last 3 years has been very, very tough. Like whenever you start a business, and anyone watching this who has started a business, you know it's very tough. We've had probably more lows than highs, which is just natural, not complaining, it's natural, it's been a great journey. But when we get your images, it gives us that boost. And I always remember the end of last year when we sent some groom samples out to everyone, and during that period I was going through quite a low period, and I remember we sent that groom samples, and I think Liam sent me, like on social, we had about 10 pictures in one day, and generally that lifted my spirits and I was in like happy mood. Absolutely crazy how that gets me like pumped. Like, and also when people send in their images, we'll share everything. As long as it's like PG, like not we
don't want no products in front of it.
But that's just the part of saying like your all that interaction goes a lot further than you probably think, and it is kind of like our rush and our motivation to carry on doing that. And then we start thinking, oh, how can we do more of that? How can we make you feel more part of a family? And as you see, this isn't like probably like a normal business talk or anything, but in our way, this is how we're going to win. And this is what we want to see from other companies, that I want to be treated like that. So, you know.
Yeah, I think what your pictures and everything does is it really shows, as I said, back 3 years ago when we started the business, that we went into it with just a sales mentality, and then we made that switch into building a community and building the Regal family.
Loyalty.
And what that does for us is it shows us that what we tried to do at that point and just being ourselves has really created Regal Gentlemen, and that's the thing we're most proud of. It's the one thing I think we would both agree, if anyone asked us in an interview or anyone asked us in anything, what are we most proud of at Regal Gentlemen? I think the one thing we would both say is probably the Regal family, right?
Yeah, great.
All these community interactions 100%. And everything you get involved with us, you don't have to. It really does mean the world to us. Every little interaction and every little thing you appreciate that we do, because it shows us that what we're building here is actually worthwhile.
So guys, that brings us to now, and from next steps from our side, it's continuing what we're doing but going up another level, and we need to look at loads of ways, especially with our new products coming out. How can we make use a part of that products as well, which we're going to be getting you involved in fragrances, etc. But yeah, we just keep going, we keep learning, we keep adapting, we keep pushing.
Don't ever want to get comfortable, and we don't ever want to just accept that what we're giving to you is the best. We want to keep going and keep pushing. So guys, yeah, thank you so much for being a part of the Regal family and for being a part of this journey with us. And hopefully we can build on this and make you feel even more a part of the Regal family in any way we possibly can.
Yeah, guys, you are absolute legends. We're grateful for all the interactions, and hopefully, if you've seen this video, hopefully you know now how important you are to us. Have a blessed week. Oh, no. Your time.
See you later, guys.
No, it's your time.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on. See you later, guys.
So guys, thank you for watching my video. You can subscribe to my channel below. See you next time. Say something like, so that brings us to now.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Right.
So guys, that brings us to now. You did the exact same movement I did. So that brings us to now.